Welcome back. Time for a new installment of Good for Me. Registered dietitian Mary Lavanway is here. Mary, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
So we are thinking about an entree this evening, or a protein for the centerpiece of some meal, and it's raspberry baked chicken. It looks delectable. Tell me about it.
Yeah, and it actually has an ingredient that's kind of a secret ingredient because it's not in the title. So it has brie in it, and so it's got some nice brie cheese on it. And this is again, as people that know me will know, I love this dish because a bunch of things. One, it is so pretty. It's got so many nice colors. It's not showing exactly because the basil, I've already cooked this, so the basil is kind of cooked, but it's got nice color. It's got great nutrition, lots of protein in this without many carbs for those that need that. And then it is delicious. And so what you do is you take the chicken, and I was saying off air, I usually buy the pack that's got like the 3 big skinless, boneless breasts, because those are pretty big. I just cut them in half, so you end up with your 6 pieces. They're about a 4-ounce piece, and that's what I put on the recipe. And so you put your chicken in there, you spray it with nonstick, put your chicken in there, and then what you're going to do with the brie, that's a little bit different. So many people think about just wedging brie. Yep. In this situation, you're actually going to take the brie and you're going to slice it this way.
Oh, okay.
And so one tip is make sure you keep it in the fridge until you're going to use it.
So you're able to handle it and slice it
so
down.
it's not too soft. And so you'll slice it this way, and then you lay it on top of the chicken. And then on top of that, you put some basil leaves. Again, these are extra basil that we'll put on at the end, but I try to take the bigger leaves. I had some nice big leaves so that each piece, but there's about 2 pieces of basil per chicken. And then what you're going to do is take one of the pints of raspberries, and you put that all in there. And then about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar on the top, and just throw it in the oven. So it's really easy.
Right. Yeah.
And it looks so pretty, and it looks fancy, but it's really easy, and it's delicious. And then when you get done, what we're going to do is we'll plate it and add some fresh basil and some raspberries. When it comes out of the oven, one of the things that you want to do, just again to disperse the flavor and create more of a sauce, is mash up those raspberries a little bit, because we will have the fresh whole raspberries as a plate
to go with it.
So, yeah. So really, again, if you've wintered your basil and it's already up, or if you've got some coming, later in the year, this is a great dish to use up some of the basil, and it's really fresh and light. Goes with a lot of different, sides as well.
Okay, and I'll pretend like I know what wintered your basil means as I plated one of these. My grandmother goes to Florida for the winter. Is that something like that? Okay, so I'm going to put one of these on, and there you go. I'll put that there.
Yeah, okay. So I'm referencing, some people bring their herbs in from the garden, and then they keep them in a pot in the house over the winter. So then again, just whatever fresh basil, or if you wanted to tear it up and create, but I think the leaves put a nice little touch onto it. And then we'll put some other fresh raspberries. And again, it looks fancy and delicious, but it is so easy, and it really tastes delicious. So that brie cheese just melts over the top in such a creamy, subtle flavor.
And I would say too that when you add the brie to it, because I think I've not really come across many people who enjoy cheese and they don't have a fondness for brie, and it really sort of takes this kind of elementary, chicken breast, and elevates it with a little bit. I've got raspberries in my house. I've got brie. I've got basil or balsamic vinaigrette. So just a few simple ingredients to get there.
Because a lot of people think about taking brie, right, and as an hors d'oeuvre, and putting some fruit or some honey on it and then baking it, right? But this is because brie, that creaminess works so well with the fruits, and so this is kind of another version of that, just on top of a piece of chicken.
And then you have all of these, which could have a second life to go along with your salad if you want to go for lunch the next day.
For
you meal plan, next thing you know, bing, bam, boom, you got a couple meals out of this thing, and on a budget as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Really nice.
By the time we do this again, I'll have wintered my own basil, and I will be on the same level. Okay, good stuff. If you want to see this recipe again, you can go to our website, wabi.tv. Everything we do is also up on YouTube as well. So if you want to have a little dinner, a little breakfast, we're there for you as well.
That's right.
As always, a pleasure.